Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here coming at you with another interesting video today. I gotta tell you guys that I really enjoy making videos about creeps like the one that I'm going to be talking about in this video. He is one of those Christians, guys, that have no business being a judge. After what he did, he should immediately be relieved of his duties as far as I'm concerned. Now, the Constitution of the United States often gets thrown in the garbage by these people, and this disgusting and questionable behavior must come to an end. We live in a time, guys, where a lot of Christians are not going to stop until they completely eradicate the rights of the LGBTQ community. They are doing it slowly, and with Donald Trump signing his executive order, they are going to gain momentum and strength to become bigots and complete assholes. I'm going to be making a video about the executive order soon. I just cannot let this one get by, guys. This is bugging me too fucking much. This is what worries me the most about all of this. Anyway, let me share this story with you guys. Now, before we get into all of this garbage when it comes to this next Christian, I want to share some good news about this bigoted asshole. Now, Kentucky Judge W. Mitchell Nance, who presides in family court, will no longer hear adoption cases involving same sex parents. Why? He thinks allowing a gay person to adopt could never be in the child's best interest. Even his order recusing himself from such cases used the only in Jesus land phrase, homosexual parties. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now that this whole thing really amuses me, and here's why. This delusional Christian basically thinks that he knows what a child's best interests are. The truth of the matter is the fact that he doesn't really know shit. At this point, he's just looking for a way to implement his religious propaganda. He wants to take away the rights of the LGBTQ community, and he wants to run the LGBTQ community through the mud as many chances as he can get. The list goes on and on and on, guys. And I do want to take this opportunity to quote Bill Maher, and of course, I am paraphrasing here. Bill Maher says, and I quote, "If I had to make a list, I would have to stop halfway through just to shave." This Christian, guys, this Christian judge is actually that bad. And clearly, like I stated earlier, he has no business being on the bench. So much for that Christian morality being superior, right? Let's continue with this garbage, guys, because I believe that this information is very valuable and I do want you guys to hear it. Now, this story continues on by saying, in what other position, a government position no less, would this sort of discrimination be acceptable? Could a public school teacher say, "I don't want to teach openly gay children because I believe they're rebelling against God," and instead of being fired, be assigned classes with no gay students? Do you guys see how ridiculous this bullshit is? Look at what these idiots are doing here. They are basically giving this judge a pass for what he did. They are basically saying, "Oh, well, you don't have to do that job, the one you were elected, hired, or appointed to do. We are just going to give you a pass and we are going to have you do something else." The problem here is the fact that these fellow Christians of this judge are not holding him accountable for his actions. Why? Because they all have the same bigoted views. And when you have a group of bigoted Christians in office like this, they are going to do everything that they can to twist the law so that only they can benefit and have the opportunity to shove their religious propaganda down the throats of the American people. That is all they want. Now, Martin Cothran, I believe, an analyst for the Family Foundation of Kentucky, which opposed gay marriage, said in an email that we fully support the decision of Judge Nance to recuse himself from these kinds of cases. Now, if we are going to let liberal judges write their personal biases and prejudices into law, as we have done on issues of marriage and sexuality, then in the interest of fairness, we are going to have to allow judges whose personal biases and prejudices are different to recuse themselves from such cases, said Cothran, who advocated for a state constitutional amendment that banned same sex marriage in Kentucky until it was overturned by the Supreme Court. Personal biases and prejudices? Are you fucking kidding me? That is called the law and the Constitution of the United States, you bunch of morons. I cannot fathom, guys, the amount of stupidity that I am seeing here. I just cannot do it. I really love the hypocrisy here, guys. Check this out. This Martin character basically says that he doesn't like the personal biases and prejudices of liberal judges. I haven't seen any of it, but okay. Yet he thinks that it's perfectly fine to implement his own, if you will. This guy's completely insane. He's got that tribalistic mentality that I have been talking about for a long time now, and it basically goes like this. Everything that is being done out there isn't cool unless we're doing it. The truth is the truth. I know for a fact, guys, that if an atheist judge did this, he or she would be literally crucified, and their careers would be over. Unfortunately, this is how this country is working right now. Shit, there are times when I wish that the founding fathers were here. They would make all of this right, and they would basically put foot to ass and make sure that these bigoted Christians would be held accountable.